Embodiment Made Simple is a series of short clips with really super simple practical exercises and tips just to help you become more embodied. One reason I wanted to get this kind of series out is that I've been teaching embodiment in a variety of settings over some time, and most recently in my coach training programs. And when I do, there's always usually those who find it really easy and comfortable just to access all their physical senses and to be able to generate insights as a result of their ability to use those. And there's just others who have a little bit more difficulty. And so if you're in the latter camp, then firstly, there's nothing wrong with you. Most of us have just never really had to develop our physical intelligences and senses and abilities in these kind of ways. But this series is really going to help you, as it will actually everyone, no matter where you are. Being embodied is really not a luxury, nor is it merely just about having a little bit more sort of feeliness and being a little bit more feely. Psychologists use disembodiment to describe when there's a disconnect between the body and the mind. And that shows up in various mental health conditions where individuals just feel out of touch with their physical selves. They can't connect their sense of self to their physicality. So embodiment is when we're able to really integrate all of our bodily sensations, our actions, our environmental relationships into a whole and complete sense of self. And there's a lot more to it. Embodiment is crucial to being a whole, healthy, fully functioning human. The body is also the only way you can know and experience all of the world out there. I mean, all of the senses are located in our physical body. So turning them up a little bit is going to be a really good thing, right? The body is, as Maurice Merleau-Ponty actually said, our medium for having a world. Okay? Merleau-Ponty was a phenomenologist, and he was deeply curious about how all of our world is happening for us at what he called an experienced level. And so if we're not really able to be fully in our bodies, then we're not really experiencing the world in which our body is situated. So right now, let's take a moment just to check in with this body and how it is in this world. Just take a moment just to feel where you are. If you're doing something, maybe just put it down, just stop. If you're actually driving a car, don't do that. But give yourself a few precious moments to become a little more embodied. And that's going to be the invite over the whole of this series. Just get a moment to get a sense of where you are. Maybe just notice the feelings, the sights, the sounds, the smells if they're there. Just how it is, how it feels to be right where you are in this moment. So with that, just take a moment just to feel your posture. Just check in with your posture. And I'm not saying correct your posture, just notice, how is it? What's going on? Now, whether you're sitting or standing, we're going to do a little practice that I call grounding, first of all. And so no matter which way you are, you could even be lying down. Just begin to notice the gentle pressure at the lower parts of your body, where it's actually meeting the ground or the chair or something of that nature. There's a little bit more kind of, because of the pressure, there's a little more capacity just to recognize that. And when you do, maybe let's just begin by taking a couple of longer, deeper breaths in and out. And on the out breath, just getting a sense of letting go. We're just letting go of the air, the old oxygen, the CO2 and so forth. And just relax into the ground, into that sense of gentle pressure, relaxing into the grounded nature of the body. Keeping your attention a little bit more on those places. You may want to actually, almost like you're caressing the ground if you haven't got shoes, or even if you have got shoes on, or just the lower parts of the body, a little bit of movement. Might feel a little weird to you, but as though you're kind of caressing that grounded nature of yourself, just elevating the sensitivity in that area a little bit, feeling it from the inside of your body. Just stopping, feeling the breath, feeling the ground. We often talk about wanting to be more grounded, don't we, as humans? I just wish I was a little more grounded when we feel like life is just overwhelming us. Here's a really simple hack, a really simple trick. Just come back to this, try this a few times in your day. No one needs to know that you're doing this. Just particularly when you're feeling a little overwhelmed, try a little grounding exercise like that. Another really great way to do this is to take your shoes off. You may not have done that since you were a kid, and walk out in the yard, walk on some grass, walk in a park. That is another way of, there's a lot that happens in that kind of grounding exercise where we're grounding ourselves with the greater body of Earth. Okay? There's a little practice. See you in the next clip.